Welcome to UFO Files. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the cold, silent depths of the Atlantic Ocean, aboard the nuclear-powered submarine USS Trepang, something inexplicable occurred in 1971. As the submarine surfaced near the Arctic between Iceland and Jan Mayen Island, Admiral Dean Reynolds Sackett Jr., the officer on watch, saw something he could never forget. Emerging from the icy waters was an unidentified flying object, an object seemingly defying the laws of gravity and physics. It was a metallic, disc-shaped craft, rising and falling in the frigid air, its silhouette stark against the harsh Arctic light. The crew, trained to react calmly in the face of danger, quickly fetched cameras and began to document the strange sight. Fast forward to 2015, a French paranormal magazine published those photographs, claiming they were leaked from the U.S. government's classified archives. They depicted a bizarre series of events, beginning with a submerged object beneath the ocean surface, then the object's ascent into the air, and finally a cloud of smoke or steam, as if the object had vanished or teleported away. The Trepang incident, as it came to be known, was not an isolated event. Over the years, numerous reports have surfaced, detailing similar encounters in various parts of the world. Submarine crews, who spend months beneath the ocean's surface in silence and darkness, often recount tales of strange, unexplained phenomena. Consider the incident reported by Russian Navy officers in 1982, where they claim to have encountered an unidentified submerged object, or USO, in the South Pacific Ocean. According to the crew, the mysterious object moved at incredible speed, outpacing their own submarine. It seemed to defy the known laws of physics, disappearing and reappearing at will. In another instance, a former U.S. Navy submarine chief who wished to remain anonymous shared his experience from the late 1970s. While on a mission in the North Atlantic, their sonar detected an object moving at a speed of 150+ knots at a depth of 20,000 feet. No known human-made object could perform such a feat. These reports, many of them officially documented yet shrouded in secrecy, pose questions that are yet to be answered. What are these objects observed beneath the ocean's surface? Are they evidence of advanced technologies, hitherto unknown natural phenomena, or perhaps, as some suggest, indicative of extraterrestrial activity? While skeptics might dismiss these accounts as mere folklore, the consistency of reports and the credible witnesses involved cannot be ignored. In a world where the deep sea is far less explored than outer space, it's worth considering the mysteries that may be lurking in the depths of our own planet. After all, in the face of the unknown, all possibilities are on the table. The unexplained sightings and chilling government silence surrounding these events demand further investigation. The ocean's depths, it seems, still hold secrets that are yet to be unveiled. To delve into the core of these mysteries, it's essential to trace back to the origins of submarine-related UFO encounters. The first recorded instance dates back to World War II, an era characterized by technological advancements, heightened global tension, and a burgeoning interest in the unknown. In the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, the silent underwater battlegrounds, the submarine crews began to report strange sightings that did not fit into any known categories of aircraft or marine life. One such instance occurred in 1942, involving a German U-boat, U-511, in the North Atlantic. The captain reported a bizarre encounter with an enormous underwater object that moved at an astonishing speed, beyond the capabilities of any known vessel. The object, he claimed, was glowing with a strange light and seemed to defy the laws of physics, moving without creating any disturbances in the water. Another incident happened in the Pacific Theater in 1943. The crew of the USS Corvina reported a strange object that surfaced near their submarine before disappearing at an incredible speed. The report noted that the object was brighter than the full moon and moved in a way that suggested intelligent control. These sightings were often dismissed by higher-ups as the effects of war stress or optical illusions. Yet the consistencies in these accounts, the credibility of the eyewitnesses, and the lack of logical explanations prompted a sense of unease and curiosity. The phenomenon could not be easily disregarded. The post-war era saw a significant shift in the global political climate with the onset of the Cold War. The United States and Soviet Union engaged in a tense standoff, each vying for technological and military superiority. Notably, this period also marked the beginning of the space age, as both superpowers raced to conquer the cosmos, leading to significant advancements in aerospace technology. As the competition intensified, there was an increase in UFO sightings around the world, many of them involving military personnel and commercial pilots. Simultaneously, reports of USOs, or unidentified submerged objects, began to emerge from the submarine crews of both nations. The Cold War era's secrecy and paranoia added an extra layer of mystery to these incidents. In this charged atmosphere, the scientific community was making strides in understanding the world beneath the waves. Jacques Cousteau, a pioneer in marine exploration, introduced the world to the wonders of the undersea world during this time, sparking a global interest in oceanography. However, despite these advancements, the mystery surrounding the accounts of USOs remained, further deepening the intrigue of what might lurk beneath the ocean surface. While the scientific and political landscapes have changed drastically since those early encounters, the questions they raised persist. The courage and credibility of those early witnesses, braving ridicule and disbelief to share their experiences, laid the foundation for the ongoing exploration of this uncharted territory. As the Cold War intensified, two major incidents involving submarine crews and USOs catapulted the issue into the spotlight. The first occurred in 1963, when the USS Thresher, an American nuclear-powered submarine, disappeared near the coast of New England. The official explanation was a mechanical failure, but whispers of a USO encounter circulated among the crew's surviving family members and friends. This speculation was fueled by declassified documents revealing that the USS Thresher had reported a series of unidentified sonar contacts in the days leading up to its disappearance. The second major incident occurred in 1970 when a Soviet November-class submarine, the K-129, mysteriously sank in the Pacific Ocean. It was reported that the submarine had detected an unidentified object moving at great speed before losing contact. The Soviet Union launched a massive covert recovery operation, codenamed Project Azorian. The details surrounding the operation remained shrouded in secrecy, but declassified CIA documents later indicated that the K-129 may have encountered something unexplainable before its demise. These incidents were not isolated. Lieutenant Commander M.C. Davis, a retired U.S. Navy officer, reported an encounter with a USO while serving on the USS FDR, an aircraft carrier, in 1958. He described witnessing an object rise from the ocean and fly off at an incredible speed. Similarly, in 1973, a British naval officer reported a USO sighting off the northeast coast of Scotland. He claimed that a large, disc-shaped object emerged from the sea and hovered above the water before disappearing. Such accounts were not limited to military personnel. Commercial pilots and fishermen also reported similar encounters. In 1970, a Japanese fishing vessel reported an encounter with a USO in the waters near the eastern coast of Japan. The crew described an enormous disc-shaped object that emerged from the water and hovered in the sky before disappearing. Although photographic evidence of these encounters is scarce, radar reports and eyewitness statements provide a compelling body of evidence. These accounts, often from highly credible sources, continue to fuel speculation and intrigue. The consistent descriptions of the objects, their disc shape, their ability to move at incredible speeds, and their ability to submerge and emerge from water, suggest that these are not merely misidentifications or optical illusions. Historically, officials have dismissed these accounts or provided rational explanations, such as misidentified sea life or weather phenomena. Yet the sheer volume of reports, the credibility of the witnesses, and the consistency in the descriptions of these USOs have kept these encounters in the realm of the unexplained, suggesting that there is more beneath the surface of our oceans than we currently understand. While the truth remains elusive, these sightings serve as a reminder of the deep-seated mysteries that our planet still holds. Central to these enigmatic sightings is a theory that has persisted in the annals of UFO and USO research: the existence of an advanced underwater civilization or base that could potentially be extraterrestrial in origin. This theory, often dismissed by mainstream science, remains a cornerstone of belief for many in the field of ufology. The notion of an underwater extraterrestrial base is not a new concept. It finds roots in ancient mythologies, where tales of powerful beings residing in deep-sea realms are prevalent. These narratives, often dismissed as folklore, have gained a fresh perspective in light of these modern sightings. The parallels between ancient tales and modern encounters are striking, leading some to speculate that these myths may have been early interpretations of encounters with advanced underwater civilizations. This theory posits that these unidentified submerged objects could be vehicles or vessels from an advanced civilization that has made the vast and largely unexplored ocean depths their home. Their technology, far superior to ours, allows them to travel through water and air with equal ease, explaining the ability of these objects to emerge from and submerge back into the ocean without any apparent difficulty. This theory also offers an explanation for the consistent sightings of these objects around military bases and nuclear-powered vessels, suggesting that these civilizations might be monitoring human activities, especially those related to nuclear energy. This parallels many UFO theories that suggest extraterrestrial interest in our nuclear capabilities. However, as intriguing as this theory might be, it faces significant challenges. Firstly, the lack of physical evidence. Despite numerous sightings, no definitive proof of an underwater civilization or base has been found. Secondly, the immense pressures in the deep ocean would be unfathomable for any life form as we understand it. And finally, the question of why such an advanced civilization would remain hidden from us, only revealing themselves in fleeting and ambiguous encounters. Despite these challenges, the theory persists, fueled by the ongoing sightings of USOs and the consistent testimonies of credible witnesses. These accounts continue to challenge our understanding of the world and the cosmos, pushing us to question what we think we know and what could be lurking beneath the waves. While the truth remains shrouded in mystery, the allure of the unknown keeps the quest for answers alive. Whether we are dealing with advanced aliens, secretive military technology, or some yet undiscovered natural phenomenon remains to be seen. Until we have definitive answers, the deep oceans will remain a source of fascination, speculation, and intrigue. Turning our attention now to the tangible, let's examine the physical evidence and anomalies related to these sightings. While definitive proof of an advanced underwater civilization remains elusive, there are certain signs and manifestations that hint at the presence of something beyond our current understanding of technology. Firstly, we have the accounts of metallic debris found in the aftermath of some of these encounters. Submarine crew members and divers have reported finding unidentified metallic fragments near the locations of reported USO sightings. These fragments, often described as unusually lightweight and resistant to corrosion, bear markings and structures suggesting they are not part of any known human-made object. Their precise origin remains a mystery, as no terrestrial technology or naturally occurring phenomena can explain them. Then there are the biological anomalies. Some encounters with USOs have been followed by sudden, unexplained changes in marine life behavior. Schools of fish moving in unnatural patterns, marine mammals fleeing an area en masse, or a sudden absence of life in a previously thriving habitat have all been reported. These could be responses to an unfamiliar presence, or perhaps to an unseen force or energy emanating from these unidentified objects. Electromagnetic interference has also been observed in conjunction with USO sightings. Instruments and equipment on submarines and ships malfunction or go haywire, compasses spin uncontrollably, and communication systems become static-filled or completely inoperative. This type of disruption is similar to that reported in many aerial UFO encounters, suggesting a commonality between the two phenomena. Finally, the radar returns. On numerous occasions, these objects have been tracked moving at speeds and executing maneuvers that far exceed any known human-made underwater vehicle. The trajectories and velocities recorded are simply impossible for our current technology, indicating that whatever these objects are, they are operating with a level of technological sophistication far beyond our own. It's important to note that while this evidence is compelling, it remains circumstantial. Without a physical USO in our possession or undeniable proof of an advanced underwater civilization, we can only speculate as to the true nature of these phenomena. Yet the consistency of these anomalies across multiple sightings cannot be easily dismissed. They indicate that something strange is indeed happening beneath the waves, something that challenges our understanding of the world and perhaps the universe itself. As compelling as the evidence may be, the official response to these USO sightings has been marked by denial, suppression of information, and disinformation. Governments, military agencies, and intelligence bodies the world over have consistently downplayed or outright dismissed reports of these underwater anomalies. Take, for instance, the repeated denials by the U.S. Department of Defense. Despite numerous credible reports from military personnel, the department has consistently maintained that they do not have any evidence of unidentified submerged objects. Similar stances have been taken by military bodies in other countries, with officials often attributing sightings to known phenomena like sonar echoes, marine life, or debris. Such denials, however, are often contradicted by leaked or declassified documents that tell a different story. In several instances, these documents have revealed the existence of classified projects aimed at investigating USO sightings. These clandestine operations, often shrouded in layers of secrecy, suggest a concerted effort to probe the mysteries of these unidentified objects. These revelations have only added fuel to the fire of conspiracy theories. Critics argue that the official denial is a smokescreen, a deliberate attempt to divert attention from what they believe is evidence of extraterrestrial or advanced earthly civilizations. They point to the secrecy surrounding these classified projects, the sudden career changes or silencing of key witnesses, and the dissemination of disinformation as clear indications of a cover-up. Indeed, the treatment of key witnesses is particularly telling. In numerous instances, individuals who have reported USO sightings have faced ridicule, professional obstacles, or outright threats. Their testimonies have been dismissed as delusions or lies, their reputations tarnished, and their careers jeopardized. This pattern of intimidation and silencing has only deepened the suspicion that there is more to these USO sightings than meets the eye. Simultaneously, there have been alleged disinformation campaigns aimed at muddying the waters. These campaigns, critics argue, are designed to spread confusion and sow doubt about the validity of USO sightings. They involve the release of contradictory or misleading information, the promotion of debunked theories, and even the staging of false USO incidents. The net result of these denials, disinformation campaigns, and efforts to silence witnesses is a climate of skepticism and distrust. It fosters a belief that the truth about USOs is being deliberately concealed from the public, hidden behind a veil of secrecy and misinformation. It's a belief that, despite the official denials, continues to persist, fueled by the persistent sightings, the tantalizing evidence, and the enduring mystery of what lurks beneath. The psychological, philosophical, and societal implications of these underwater mysteries are profound. The existence of USOs challenges our understanding of reality and authority, shaking the very foundation of our belief systems. If we accept the possibility of submerged, unidentified objects, we must also accept the idea that there exist phenomena beyond our current scientific understanding. This can trigger cognitive dissonance, a psychological conflict that arises when confronted with information that contradicts our deeply ingrained beliefs. As a society, we've been conditioned to trust in authority, to believe that our governments and institutions hold the answers. The supposed cover-ups and disinformation campaigns surrounding USO sightings challenge this trust. If those who govern us are keeping secrets, it poses a question: what else might they be hiding? This erodes the public's faith in authority, leading to a culture of skepticism and suspicion. Furthermore, the notion of extraterrestrial or advanced earthly civilizations existing beneath our oceans forces us to reconsider humanity's place in the cosmos. If we are not alone, and if these entities possess technology far beyond our own, then it could mean we are not the pinnacle of intelligence and advancement that we once believed ourselves to be. This realization brings both a sense of humility and a sense of existential dread, a fear of the unknown and our place within it. Culturally, USO sightings and the subsequent discourse have spurred a renaissance of thought, art, and storytelling centered around the mysteries of the deep. Filmmakers, authors, and artists have woven these enigmas into narratives, capturing the collective curiosity and unease that these sightings inspire. This has cultivated a subculture fascinated by the unexplained and the suppressed, a counterculture that revels in challenging the status quo. Spiritually, these sightings force us to expand our perception of the divine. If there is life beyond Earth, then our understanding of the divine must also stretch to encompass these new possibilities. This has led to the evolution of new spiritual philosophies and beliefs, some viewing these entities as divine beings, others as harbingers of a new age of enlightenment. In essence, the prospect of USOs and the secrecy surrounding them acts as a mirror, reflecting our deepest fears and highest hopes. It challenges us to question, to confront, and to rethink, and in doing so, it propels us toward a future where the unknown is not feared, but embraced with curiosity and wonder. In recent years, the issue of UFOs and USOs has been propelled back into mainstream consciousness, fueled by a resurgence in media and public interest. The catalyst for this renewed attention can be traced back to several high-profile disclosures, leaked videos, and testimonies that have made their way into the public domain. One such instance was the 2017 New York Times expose, which revealed the existence of a secret Pentagon program that had been studying UFO encounters for years. This disclosure not only confirmed the government's interest in unidentified aerial phenomena, but also released 3 Navy videos showing unidentified objects performing maneuvers that defied our current understanding of physics. These videos, known as FLIR-1, Gimbal, and Go Fast, have since been declassified and acknowledged by the U.S. Navy as depicting real, unidentified objects. While these videos primarily feature aerial encounters, they have reinvigorated interest in all unidentified phenomena, including USOs. The Pentagon's admission of the existence of UFOs has led many to question what other secrets may be concealed beneath layers of bureaucracy and classification, perhaps including the truth about USOs. Moreover, the advent of the Internet has provided a platform for individuals to share their experiences and theories, further fueling the resurgence. Websites, forums, and social media networks have become hotbeds for discussion and speculation, making the once fringe topic of UFOs and USOs a mainstream conversation. This renewed interest has not only changed public opinion, but has also influenced policy. In 2020, the U.S. Department of Defense established the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, with the mission to detect, analyze, and catalog these phenomena that could potentially pose a threat to national security. This development is a clear indication that the government is taking unidentified phenomena seriously, further legitimizing the topic in the eyes of the public. The impact of this resurgence can also be seen in the media landscape. Documentaries like James Fox's The Phenomenon and popular podcasts such as The Unexplained with Howard Hughes have brought the subject of UFOs and USOs to a wider audience. Mainstream news outlets are also reporting on UFO sightings with a seriousness that would have been unthinkable a few years ago. This new wave of attention and legitimacy has given the topic of USOs a fresh lease on life. As the public reevaluates long-held beliefs and attitudes towards the unknown, the discussion around USOs evolves. The waters are no longer dismissed as mere depths of our planet, but potential realms of otherworldly activity, filled with intrigue and mystery. It is this mystery that continues to captivate our collective curiosity, pushing us to ask more questions, to dig deeper, and to seek the truth that may be lurking beneath. The deeper we delve into the mystery of USOs, the more fractal the narrative becomes, branching off into myriad interpretations. The simplest explanation, although far from mundane, proposes that these underwater anomalies signify the existence of advanced technologies, either terrestrial or extraterrestrial in nature. This theory suggests that USOs could be an extension of the same technology that powers UFOs, craft equipped to navigate the vast depths of our oceans with as much ease as the infinite expanse of space. A more radical interpretation posits the existence of advanced civilizations, either extraterrestrial or a species native to Earth, living beneath the surface of our oceans. The Earth's oceans cover approximately 70% of its surface, and we've explored less than 5% of their depths. Is it too far-fetched to consider the possibility of intelligent life thriving unseen in these largely unexplored regions? Then comes the theory of interdimensional portals. Some argue that UFOs and USOs are not just navigating physical space but also crossing dimensions. They propose that these crafts, if that's what they are, traverse through portals, gateways between dimensions or even time. The idea that our oceans might house such gateways is certainly tantalizing, though it pushes the boundaries of conventional science. Another speculation revolves around covert human activities, secret governmental or corporate programs developing and testing advanced technologies. This theory would account for the reluctance of the authorities to disclose information about these sightings. If true, it could indicate a technological leap far beyond what is currently known to the public. Lastly, the most controversial and unsettling theory suggests a hybrid agenda. This theory posits that extraterrestrial beings are creating a hybrid species by abducting humans and conducting genetic experiments. Some believe that these hybrids live among us, undetected, and that the USOs serve as their underwater bases or laboratories. These speculations, however outlandish they may seem, highlight the depth of our collective curiosity and our longing to understand the unknown. They may stretch the bounds of conventional science and challenge our understanding of reality, but they also underscore the fact that in the vast expanse of our universe, and even in the depths of our own planet, there is still so much we do not know, so much that remains shrouded in mystery. This is what continues to fuel our pursuit for answers, our unyielding quest to uncover the truth that lurks beneath. In this pursuit of truth, we are left with lingering questions that defy facile explanations. For every theory proposed, there remain unaccounted for details, sightings that refuse to slot neatly into any single hypothesis. We are left to grapple with the enigmatic nature of these sightings, the eerie silence from authorities, and the numerous accounts of credible witnesses. The puzzle persists, waiting for its pieces to be assembled in a way that provides a comprehensive understanding. The reluctance of authorities to disclose information about these sightings remains a significant obstacle. If these encounters were merely misidentifications, why such staunch secrecy? If they were experimental human crafts, why not acknowledge this to pacify public curiosity and apprehension? This silence from those in power only enhances the mystery, deepening the intrigue and suspicion surrounding these sightings. Another curiosity is the advanced technology displayed by these unidentified objects. The rapid speed, the ability to maneuver in ways that defy our understanding of physics, the seamless transition from air to water, all these raise questions about the origin of such technology. If human-made, how and when did we make such a quantum leap? If not, then who or what is the source? The consistency of sightings over time and across different locations is another perplexing aspect. These accounts span decades, even centuries, and occur all over the globe. Is it plausible that these are independent incidents, or are they threads of a larger, intertwined narrative? And if they are interconnected, what is the story they are trying to tell? Finally, we must consider the possibility of life forms beyond our current understanding. The idea of extraterrestrial or underwater beings may sound like science fiction, but it is grounded in our limited knowledge of the universe. With so much of our oceans unexplored and the vastness of the cosmos beyond our grasp, can we really claim to know what is and isn't possible? These unanswered questions serve not as a deterrent but as an invitation to pursue knowledge, to challenge the established norms, to question the unexplained, and to venture into the unexplored. They beckon us to consider what is real, what is hidden, and what might still be out there. As we delve into these mysteries, we are not just examining sightings of unidentified objects. We are probing the depths of human understanding, our place in the cosmos, and the very fabric of reality. We stand on the precipice of the known world, gazing into the abyss of the unknown, wondering what lurks beneath. And in that abyss, we may yet find answers that will illuminate not just the depths of our oceans, but the depths of our existence. Thanks for listening. This has been another episode of UFO Files. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.